evening, with a performance by the kids in the 21st Century After School program, they'll be performing a melody from the Three Nanny Goat Opera Review. They are under the direction of Becky Spindler.
This tale's told out. This tale's told out. Snip, snap, snout. Snip, snap, snout. This tale's told about. This tale's told about. Snip, snap, snout. This tale's told out. Snip, snap, snout. This tale's told out. Here he goes. 1, 2, and 3. Nanny goes where last can be. Annie and Fanny and Big Bertha Lee. Our nanny goes 1, 2, and 3. To Big Bertha Lee, we take off our hats. She pushed that trolley when it
Mercy, we thank you and appreciate everything that you've done for us.
Our administrative staff. But we basically have her concentrated her learning at the front desk area. She has learned proper phone etiquette, greeting members and others at the front desk, filing, and inputting of daily attendance. Most important, Asia has become a great customer service person for our club. Her junior staff hours are 6 hours a week, if that, which can't compare to over 480 hours she has been at the club this past year. But they do attribute to her finding that the Boys and Girls Club is a safe, learning, and friendly environment to be with friends, learn, and be taught leadership.
silver in the fire. We come out as pure gold. We must be refined, and then we need a shine. We come out as pure gold. There is a
For the last year, they've been mentoring students at a charter school, Chicago Tech Academy.
They're not making music videos, they're not playing sports. We've got plenty of role models, African American role models in those fields, but to see this happening in technology is really important for our young people.
He inspired me to take charge and to go forth with computers.
I mean, we really feel that if you give someone the opportunity.
And so eventually we decided to go ahead and pursue the coding school idea. And then I remember calling my mom and saying, "Hey mom, guess what?" So for the past 2 weeks we've been thinking about joining the president's campaign. She's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, but don't worry, we turned it down. We're gonna do this school idea." She's like, "What?" And so yeah, I probably should have told a little bit early, but I expected that type of reaction, so I held it off until we made a decision. But it was definitely a pretty crazy event to sign a document to turn down the president. I mean, he didn't talk to us, so if Barack Obama would have actually called me, I might have actually done it. But luckily, he didn't call Neil Nye and say, "Hey, Mike, I really want you to support me to win." It might have been a little tougher to turn him down. But yeah, it worked out for both of us, I guess. So he won, and now we have this school that we've taught over 600 people from all over the world, how to code, design, and build their ideas. So all these crazy events have been because of just having opportunities in front of you. And so in terms of I was talking to Jim when you're on the ride from Rockford about what to talk to the kids about. And I don't know, when I was a kid and people were speaking in front of me, I don't know how much I took in. I was just trying to be a kid, playing video games and just having fun. And so part of that is just to continue doing that. The memories that you make through the Boys and Girls Club are memories that you'll always remember, which is what I've been talking for the past 10 minutes about my memories. But I think the key, if I was to be in your shoes again as a young kid, is to find what you love doing. And that doesn't mean a job. That doesn't mean trying to find some profession, because chances are you're going to be in a lot of different roles. There's no longer this kind of a journey where you just graduate from high school and you do the same thing for 50 years. Our generation, we're moving to different opportunities and different jobs and professions every couple of years. And so the key for that is to continue learning. So the education that I was able to get through the Freeport public school system, but also at Northwestern University, prepared me for all these different opportunities. So I'm sure there's different subjects or things that you're really passionate about or really excited about. It's just fun, and that's what you want it to be. You don't want it to you don't want to view it as work, because trust me, you'll get there soon enough. When things are work and bills come in and you have to worry about all these different things, they're not as fun as just kind of living kind of a fun life and just doing what you really love. So if that's playing video games, if that's basketball, if that's math, if that's science, really find what you really care about, because the people that I interact with on a daily basis started doing what they were doing when they were 6, 7, 8 years old. And it was just an innocent kind of thing. It was just, I love to be on my computer, or, I love to play baseball, or I love to, volunteer. And then you think about, when you're 18, 19, or 20, and you're, doing all these amazing things, it starts when you're young. So that would be the advice that I would give out tonight, and that, as much as, the video, show and the bio and all these things, it sounds like it's really hard. Trust me, it might sound weird, but I'm not that special of a person. I'm just someone who was really fortunate to have a lot of great people around me. And I think, all these kids that are in this audience tonight are in the same position as I was. You have a lot of great people who are there to, care for you and make sure that you're successful. From hearing all the speakers tonight and watching the video and all the programs that are going on, and having an event like this to fundraise, it's a really important thing to definitely support things like this, because when the Boys and Girls Club is not around, that's when there's more negative opportunities that are presented. And so that's why it's really important to keep the Boys and Girls Club to continue to run, and support as many people as you can and help each other out, because if you've been in a great position, chances are there have been people who have helped you get to that role. So my responsibility is to help people who are less fortunate than I am get to a point where they can then help other people. So I think that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight, and share my life story, and hopefully that inspires not only the kids but also the adults in this room to continue doing the work that you're doing. Because I'm pretty sure that there's some moments where you're really tired and you feel like it was like a bad day, and you don't have the energy to continue that next day. But hopefully examples like myself will continue to motivate you to continue to help other people. So thanks again for the opportunity to speak to you tonight, and have a good evening.